2, 1.
Right, thanks very much to Danny Johnson again for taking some time out from his preparations for the Matlock game to have a quick word with us. First question I'm going to ask Danny goes back to the last 2 games and what really you thought of those. Probably 2 matches where we were in very similar situations, came back from early goals, got ourselves in front, and then they seemed to disappear in different directions really.
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk about the North Derby game first. I thought the lads did exceptionally well, in difficult circumstances in the second half. The rain was coming down and the pitch was getting a bit cut up, and we stuck to the task, and Fitzy finally finished it off at the end to make it 3-1 after missing. Obviously Ben Smith missed his penalty and Barry Massey missed one off the goal line, and I think it could have been a little bit more comfortable, although they did have a couple of chances, but I think overall on chances for chances I think we should have won a bit more comfortable than 3-1. However, that's been the story of our season, not being able to kill teams off, and it was certainly the story against Eastwood Town on Saturday.
Okay, Nathan Walton started the game on Saturday, obviously a new signing with some serious non-league pedigree in the local area. What do you think he's going to bring to the side?
Nathan, as I said again, I said on the website, in my piece on the website, Nathan's a winner. You know, he's got a winning mentality, he's got bags of experience, he's captain Hyde United in the Conference North, you know, he's played for Stalybridge Celtic in the Conference North and been in successful teams, so he knows how to win, and I think he'll just bring a little bit of know-how and a little bit of guile to our lads, and you know, people have spoke about, you know, the fact that I've left Ian Bennett out. Well, what people don't really know is Benno was suspended for the guys of the game. Liam McManus coming in did great for us so I left Liam in for the Ferriby game, and Benno had a bit of a thigh strain, to be honest with you, and really wasn't 100% fit for the North Ferriby game. And then obviously I signed Nathan, and I just think that's something in that area where we, you know, a little bit of combative. You know, we've got Ben Smith and Benno, who a lot of people have said all season, very, very similar players. So I just felt against Eastwood it's going to be a bit of a rough and tumble game. That's what he's all about, and he'll come in and put his foot. I think he did great for 60 minutes, and even last half an hour when you know it was up against it, I thought he was still standing there and still being counted, and he wasn't. And I think that's what he'll bring to us. He'll bring a little bit of battle, a little bit of know-how, and I think he'll get amongst the other lads and hopefully bring a little bit of a winning mentality to us.
Yeah, you've sort of answered my question a little bit about Ian Bennett. I was going to ask about that. Some of the fans have perhaps mentioned that we've got Fitzpatrick and Bennett, who've been 2 of our better players this season, sat out of the game. And you've kind of answered that with the press release that you put out recently, but what are your reasons for doing that? Well,
Fitzy for one was suspended and was out for 4 or 5 weeks because games were called off. So I think the lads are just taking the piss a little bit. Fitzy was suspended for he was suspended for 3 games, but that led out to about 4 or 5 weeks because of the fact that, you know, games got called off. And Ben Smith hanging around there now, but no, Fitzy was, you know, so there was a fitness factor there. Fitzy didn't come back. We assessed him in training over, you know, and that's what a lot of people don't see. We assessed Fitzy in training. We did some extra stuff with him, and he wasn't fit enough. And then Ryan Moore's come in, and Ryan did exceptionally well against North Ferriby. And I thought we just felt he was actually getting there in the Guiseley game and the Ossett game, and it wouldn't have been right to pull Ryan out at that moment in time. However, Fitzy's going to start the game tonight, and it's always been in our mind that, you know, the last sort of 6, 7, 8 games, Fitzy will come in. We'll have him back fit. He'll have recovered totally from his hamstring injury, which he pulled just after the Frickley game the week after, so that also caused him a bit of a problem for a couple of weeks, which had to recover. So Fitzy's not been fit, and Benno's not been fit. So they both had injury problems, you know, and yeah, you know, I've not come out and said that, and I apologise for that. But, you know, yeah, Benno and Fitzy are two of our you know, big players, and don't get me wrong, they're a massive part of the squad, as are Steve Garvey, who's not figuring tonight, and Liam McManus, who's not figuring tonight. It shows the strength of the squad we've got, and now it's just a case of lads who are out there on the pitch to go and do the business for us and prove that I'm getting the decisions right, which we did against North Ferriby.
It's been a very topsy-turvy league this year, and that's probably reflected in the fact that if we win tonight we'll probably move up about 5 places. I mean, what kind of game are you expecting? Matlock have probably just come out of a bit of a trough of form themselves, haven't they, really?
Matlock are very, very similar to about 12 teams in this league, where, you know, if they could find a little bit of consistency, they've always got lots of quality, as all the teams have in the league, so if they could find that little bit of consistency that we're striving to find, then I'm sure they can go on a bit of a run and finish in, you know, the top 8 themselves. So that we know that they're going to have, they've got some quality players. Simon Barraclough up front is a quality centre forward, and they've got another couple who we've got to be mindful of. However, we've got lots of quality in our camp, but we're expecting another tough game. I don't think we've had an easy game, and you know, I mean, I just look at, for me, and I talked to the lads, I look at the Ossett game when we was on here, and we created 15 to 16 great opportunities. The guys, the game, Stamford on here, Prescott on here. They're the sort of games when we drew, when we should have been taking maximum points. If we'd have picked up those, you know, if we'd have picked up 6 or 8 points from that, well, it's a different ball game altogether. It's not, and we didn't, and now we're down to the last 9 games, and we've got to dig in a little bit. Still got to try and play as much as we possibly can. We've got to dig in and try and grind a few results out. And I think we're very capable of winning 3 of our remaining 9 games, very capable of withdrawing 2 or 3. And we're very capable of losing 2 or 3 as well. So, you know, but if we can just knuckle down and get, you know, Matt Flynn's come in and been a colossus, as we've all seen. I think Gary Furnival had a bit of a dodgy last 30 minutes on Saturday, but Gary's been outstanding in, you know, for 3 or 4 weeks now. Next to Matt Flynn, Billy McCartney's going to be doing a bit of a session tonight to get him up to scratch. And I'm hopeful, and this is hot off the press, I'm hopeful to sign another centre half tomorrow night who will make a massive difference to us. However, that's the ink hasn't settled on that one, so I'm not going to, you know, tell you who that one is for this moment in time.
Okay, thanks for that as ever, Danny. Good luck for this evening. Let's hope we can rise a bit up the table tonight.
Brilliant, thanks so much.
Go on, Mal, do your programmes bit.
Programmes 50-50 draw.
Programmes are 10 draw.
No.